Doon 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 doon. Hold on. Hold on. Run it back. Run it back. Give me a dummy reversey. Give me a dummy reversey. All right, I'm good. I'm good. Doon 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 doon. We are here. Doon 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 doon. Let's flip and go, y'all. It's flashback season. Let's hope, man, that today is the day. That today is the day that we continue this marvelous, amazing, potential two-sided flashback, man. Or even more, honestly. So unbelievably excited. Let me... Good Lord Almighty. Yo, y'all are insane. The peak fiction got me coughing, that's for sure. That's for sure. But we're alright. We're alright. We're alright. Oh, man. You know, just for that, I'm turning on the reversey camera. Because, ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness, I don't even have the thing on. Dude. Yo, I saw Lazy Mofos. Well, first and foremost, Joakin, you are absolutely insane. You're insane, Joakin. Hold on, I need to put on the actual camera for this. Joakin, you are absolutely insane. Before the stream even started, we haven't even... Somebody said the cough of liberation. The cough of liberation is insane. Even before this thing started. Even before the thing started, I was like, yo, Joakin, goodness gracious. Dropping a massive 50 gifted memberships. All love to you, Joakin. Sweet mother of Flagnards, man. It's always the Gorose. Yo, somebody! I haven't seen you in a minute. It's good to see you, somebody. Seriously, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. The drums of asphyxiation. That's what it is. That's what it is. But seriously, Joakin, thank you so much for the 50 gifted, man. You're insane. You're absolutely insane. Shout out to the Gorose, because y'all are nuts. Y'all are absolutely nuts. This week, obviously, if y'all follow me over on Twitter, as well as the recent YouTube video that we put out yesterday, you know that this week I experienced one of my all-time favorite things in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, man. It was a truly special experience, and after experiencing that, it got me even more excited for the end game of One Piece. You know what I'm saying? And it's the mother of Flagnards, Ali G! Bro, how many people are in here? There's 113 people in here, and we're at 100 gifted subs. 100 gifted subs. I got you, somebody. I got you. The God Hand of Finance. Goodness gracious. Oh, man. Yeah, literally, the exact... Bro, true roofers. You had my favorite comment of the week. I'm not even going to lie to you. You had my favorite comment of the week in the Xenoblade thing. Ali G sent one gifted membership. He said he won't be outdone. Yo, LEG is nuts! Yo, that's a different type of animal. That's a different type of animal. Came in with fitting one. That's nuts. Oh, man. Yo, that's the type of energy we all need to be on, man. That's the type of competitive energy that we need in our lives. You know what I'm saying? That's nuts. That is nuts. Yo, on a serious note, yo, for real, the bonus one is what kills me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yo, Ali G. The same way as every week, man. I truly, truly appreciate you. I run out of words to give the Godhead of Finance. You know what I'm saying? All love to you, man. I still need to read the end of Aoashi, bro. I know that ended this week. Been so caught up in Xenoblade that I haven't had a chance to read it, but I'm so excited to read the final chapter of Aoashi, man. You know, this journey has been so special, and I remember that you also really like that series as well, and so I'm super excited for it. To see the end of Aoashi, man. Lazy Mofos says that Ali G has to claim us his dependence on taxes next season. That's nuts. That's nuts. Oh, man, that was great. That was great. That's amazing, man. Yo, y'all are the best. You're 4 chapters behind Aoashi? Okay, so I'm 1 chapter behind. So it looks like we both might be able to read the finale around the same time. Definitely. I'm glad to hear that, Gustav. Super, super excited to read the greatness. But man, like I was just saying, like, Xenoblade this week, a massive thank you to the entire Xenoblade community, man. It was a really special experience these past couple of weeks going through that game, and now I started the DLC, and that's been extremely special as well. So all love to the individuals in the Xenoblade community, man. I mean, what an amazing experience that game has been so far. I haven't even completed the full package yet. Already an all-timer, man. So all love to y'all. We start off here with 12 Rents, who comes in and joins the Kingdom of Awesome Sauce. All love to you, 12 Rents. Thank you so much for becoming a member. That is 102 members in this stream. Oh, before I forget, before we started, and before I get to the next super chat, it's the end of the month, and so at the end of every single month we do a stream goal. Last month's stream goal was the top 30 strongest thing that I'm going to do in the future for One Piece, and I'm most certainly still doing that after the Xenoblade craziness. But I needed a new goal, right? So I reached out and I asked y'all which thing you would like to see as the next stream goal. This surprised me. I am shocked that the one that won the most likes on the post was by OMG, who says, "I'd like to see your top 10 novels or books." So I suppose that the stream goal for today is going to be a top 10 novels video. I never thought I would ever do such a thing on this channel, but it's oddly fitting. It is oddly fitting. I'd be so down. Y'all have no idea. And so let me go ahead and set that up as a stream goal. That is what won. All love to OMG for posting that. Where is the stream goal? Can I not do a stream goal today? Okay. It doesn't. Never mind. Oh, there it is. I found it. All right, perfect. Okay. Make that there. Top 10 favorite novels video. And once again, never thought that such a thing would have been a super or a donation goal, but we're here for it. And so if y'all would like to see that, I'll put books in there as well, just in case y'all are more interested in that. As a future video, the stream goal has started. Shout out to OMG for editing that. I think that is a super, super, super cool stream goal, and something I would most certainly. I have a lot of stuff that I would love to discuss on something like that, and so that is something I would be very interested in. And there's another one, because I was going to do a few of them, but one of them was a Chihaya Furu one, which is already coming. So all love to Handy 1928. I promise you, Handy, that Chihaya Furu one is most certainly coming for finishing the manga of that. I gotta finish my beloved Chihaya Furu, so you know that's coming. A really cool idea from my boy Radman, shout out to Fiji, that I most certainly want to do in the future. So that's just a great idea in general. And then I've got to give a massive shout out to Subra, who I believe is in the chat today. Because this is something I'm actually doing, Subra. So Subra says, since we're halfway through 2025, you should do your favorite 2025 media so far, everything included. Let's do it. I don't even need to do a stream goal for that. Let's do it. Let's do a top 10 of the year. You know how we do the top 5 of the week, which Xenoblade has completely obliterated from the channel's existence for this point in time? I would love to do a top 10 of the year. I'm so down for that. With everything included, I'm so down, Subra. I love that idea. We're going to make that happen. Might even make it happen this weekend. Whenever I get the opportunity. That is a fantastic idea, Subra, and I'll most certainly be doing that. No question. No question. All love to you, Subra. Thank you so much for that. Vinland Saga, so I'm super behind on Vinland, unfortunately. I'm super behind. I read, 10 years ago, I read up to it was around 10 years ago. I read up to the end of Farmland. And then a few chapters after that, I haven't touched it since. And Farmland for so many years has been like my all-time favorite, like my top 25 favorite anime and manga arcs. And that's an arc that will always be super special to me. I just haven't had the opportunity to go back to the manga. That was before obviously the anime dropped. When the anime dropped, I was like, man, I gotta flip and get back on the manga. Still haven't done so. So I have a lot of chapters to get back to when it comes to Vinland Saga. It's gonna be a huge binge, but looking forward to finishing it when the time comes. Unfortunately, I won't be there for the final chapter though. I'm way too far behind on that, and with Xenoblade greatness, I'm prioritizing that. So I won't be there for that. For sure. Does Gabe Kidd versus Kenny Omega make the list? You know, Winston, I'll have to talk to good brother Laz about that. We'll have to make a community discussion on whether Gabe Kidd versus Kenny Omega deserves to make the list. That's a good call. It's a good call, though, Winston. That's a good call. Coach Ruby Sakamoto days? I do, but I'm behind. I'm actually behind on every Shonen Jump series except for One Piece. Even Akane Banashi. Like, that's how deep I'm in a Xenoblade right now. Akane Banashi is like 3 chapters. Blue Box is like 5 chapters. Everything else is like 10, 15 chapters. So I'm behind like 10, 15 chapters on Sakamoto days. Oh, Conqueror is also like 5 chapters. But I'm behind on almost everything. And I blame Xenoblade. But yeah, let me continue reading the supers. I apologize about that. Josh Pointer comes in with a 10 and says, oh, in all caps, so I know we're in for some peak. Chapter predictions. I'm hoping for Flashback season that continues. Obviously on the Herald side of things. But I don't know what to expect beyond that because of how last week's chapter went. Last week's chapter was so grandiose and gave us so many potential plot points and mysteries. I kind of, low-key, going back into, Quag 2 was talking about this last week and how it set up like a really powerful and cool mystery, sort of like an Ace Attorney case. And I would love to continue that if I could, like continuing to set the seeds, similar to what happened in Egghead, for this mystery that we need to solve. And so I think that would be super cool for us to have some stuff like that. Maybe a cool little character appearance from someone that we weren't expecting from this time period, or just more into Herald's story. I'd just be down for more of that as the awesome character that he is. Especially, I'm in the middle of playing the Flashback DLC for Xenoblade. This has to be a Flashback movie, so I can't wait to just see anything Flashback related. So as long as this chapter is the Flashback, and even if it's not the flipping Flashback, I'll be hyped. But I really want to see the Flashback. So I'm hoping that we continue the Flashback. Now you're saying you thinking tragic Flashback? Absolutely, just based on the recent chapter. There's for me, there's like no doubt it's going to be an extremely tragic Flashback. Also, you're going to go crazy playing the DLC? I already am. I'm only like a little bit into it. I'm already going nuts. You should do challenge mode. I was told about challenge mode. I have not tried it yet, but I really am going to try it. I'm so excited. People are saying to do New Game Plus, and you should. Definitely noted. Everything will hit harder with context. There's no doubt. Trust me. I'm coming back for all of that greatness. I don't know if it'll be immediately, obviously, because I can't wait to get to the next installment. But I will most certainly do New Game Plus at some point. There's no doubt. I'm coming back to this game maybe forever. It'll be like another FF7 that I just play all the time, and like the Trails games that I'm really liking this stuff so far. But I've heard that all like the side content is so crazy that I could be in this world forever, and so I'm excited for Challenge Mode. I'm excited for New Game Plus and all of that, and that'll be fun when the time comes. Thank you so much, Josh Pointer. All love to you, and truly appreciate you. Once again, all love to the God Hands of Finance here with Joakin, who gifted 50, and Ali G, who gifted 51. All right, 51. All love seriously to both of y'all. Absolutely insane that 101 individuals today were gifted memberships, man. All love to everybody who received a membership, and of course to the God Hands of Finance here. Lazy Mofos then comes up with the 29 months. Shout out to my boy Lazy Mofos. I gotta say, this past week of listening to all Sanji L, bro, I was like, Lazy Mofos listening to Sanji. What's happening to the world? Is this what type of timeline did I go into? You know what I'm saying? But no, he says Sanji L. Sim coppers do their best Magikarp impressions flailing about for Sanji L. And Simp Smoke has been worth every belly. That's the bar from your boy Lazy Mofos. You know how he feels. You know what side of history he's on. So for the individuals who love Sanji, what do you got to say to that? What do you got to say to that? I'll love to you, Lazy Mofos. On a serious note, man. And as very much a Sanji fan, I appreciate the soliloquy and I appreciate the rhymes there. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. On a serious note, Lazy Mofos, all love to you, man. All love to you. Razora says, much love though on your Xenoblade journey. I was wondering if you could share the energy. Yo, we're sharing the energy all day. You know, it's spirit bombs. It's straight up goes spirit bombs. Challenge mode is something really cool. Please go see it after Torna. Okay, I most certainly will do, Kate. Like, is the challenge mode like Resident Evil 4's Mercenaries mode? Because I got so addicted to that. Or is like I'm wondering. You know what? Don't even tell me. I'll find out whenever I get there. I'll find out when I get there. I'll find out when I get there. Yeah. Yo, straight up. That's actually a good comparison to Omega. Ooh, Zaquan. That's how we know we're going to be in some peak. Absolutely. Animaniac89 comes members for 16 months. I'll love to you, Animaniac. Thank you so much for that. It says, shout out King. My boy Sanji definitely has Conqueror's coding. Or Conqueror's hockey. I believe... I keep saying coding because of the C. It's Conqueror's hockey. And so listen, man. Listen. Hey. Lazy Mofos? Animaniac? We might need a Conqueror's Hockey clash in the comment section today. On a serious note, if you're asking me, let's get it. The more Conqueror's Hockey users we have in the Straw Hats, the more legends we're about to be, man. We need all hands on deck for what's coming. Do y'all not see what Emu was doing? We need all hands on deck, man. We need all hands on deck, and so I'm here. I am so here for that. So here for that. I can't answer that, Gustav. I can't answer that. I love Trails so flipping much. So much. And I haven't finished Xenoblade yet, so I can't compare the two in that regard. I don't have the caught up product yet. But what I can tell you is that they are both absolutely legendary. I mean, just really, really special. Really, really special. Y'all know how I feel about Trails. That's one of my all-time favorites, and Xenoblade is heading up right there with it, man, with this experience. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and do the poll. Are we reading the title this week? The Trails and Xenoblade pipeline is insane. It truly is. And I can see why, yo. I truly can see why. I mean, it happened with me. After I caught up the Trails series, the very first thing that I played after catching up on Trails was Xenogears. And that was my only true besides Xenoblade X back on the Wii U, which I bought buying thinking it was Xenoblade 1, but it wasn't Xenoblade 1. I didn't play Xenoblade 1 until many years later. But the beautiful thing about the pipeline is I finished Cold Steel 4 and Reverie, and then I played Xenogears just trying to find something similar. And who would have thought, I mean, truly, how awesome both franchises are and how the pipeline can be. I would say the One Piece pipeline is there too, because, bro, especially Xenoblade 2. Xenoblade 2 is so One Piece. And y'all have heard me say Trails is like the flipping big three of and One Piece of video games, where it's just a long overarching narrative that continuously goes on with incredible world building and characters, with super fun moments, right, and emotional moments. But Xenoblade's the same thing, man, where it's like, gosh, what an experience, you know? So, what great pipeline. What a great pipeline to be a part of. Seriously, what a great pipeline. But let me go ahead and grab the iPad and we'll do the intro, man. I'm excited, dude. Yo, if Akash Panda's in the chat. If y'all are in the Discord, in the One Piece section, earlier this week, I think it was earlier this week, or at the end of last week, one of the two. My time's all messed up because of Xenoblade. Akash Panda sent in the Discord that they are selling emu plushies in Japan. Emu plushies. I was like, what? They're selling plushies for who? Emu plushies. And not only are they selling them, apparently they're selling like gangbusters. I mean, people can't get enough of them. Emu. The same dude who was out here doing this. Quackdo says, I want one. Look, bro, Emu would do this. Emu would do this to me. Emu in my house would do this. I would live upside down each and every single day, holding Luffy's wanted poster too. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's crazy. So, listen, as much as I would love to, they all got Domi reversed exactly, Vortex. They're just walking around and upside down. Their world got turned upside down. You know, and so in that way I can't blame them. I real deal can't blame him. Jim says bro's Australian. That's nuts. I saw somebody say that earlier too. But it's just like, as much as I would want an emu plush, and trust me, I don't know if I do. That thing would tear, bro. I'm not like legit. On the most serious of notes, and y'all know how much I love emu. I see that thing in the corner of my room. It's gonna turn the room upside down. I've seen it. I've seen it happen in on YouTube in real time, where I went to go turn on the camera and it immediately turned on. It's happened, man. I would wake up one day on the roof, and you know, as much as I love the roof and True Roofers, shout out to True Roofers. Matter of fact, I might get the emu plushie just to be able to have the sponsorship with True Roofers. Be like, hey man, you want to wake up on the roof? Get an emu plushie. You know what I'm saying? Or on the ceiling. You feel me? On the ring stuff. That's terrifying, man. Imagine emu plushie comes in, he starts spawning on the roof. Look at who's. You can't make this up, man. It's over. It's over. Emu, my bad. Yeah, what did Kizaru say? Oh, to Ben Beckman, you know. Oh, to instant messenger someone. My bad, B. My bad. My bad, Emu. My bad. Oh, instant messenger, Sama. My bad, bro. I didn't mean it. You know I didn't mean it, man. You know we're cool. You know we're cool, instant messenger, Sama. I promise you. You know we're cool. My bad, dog. You know we're cool. I didn't mean anything I said. I didn't mean it. Without my Oh man. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to read the super chat in a proper manner. Instant Messenger Sama comes in with a 20 and says, "Without my say so." And then it shows the black piece. Without my say-so, and as an emoji of a black piece. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Yo, Instant Messenger Sama, you legend. You legend on a serious note. Thank you so much. Does the emo plushie have the voice? Imagine Lazy Mofos, that's even more terrifying. Did my stream refresh? This man Joakin just said another 50 memberships? He said, yo, Ali G, I too can play at this! Joakin said Ali G too can play at this! Oh my god, we have a Conqueror's Hockey Clash in the chat! We've got a Conqueror's Hockey Clash in the chat! And it's not Emu! Dang! Oh, man! Yeet! Yeah, the fucking Elias is literally peak fiction. Bro, we're getting a Conqueror's Hockey Clash in 4K. This is nuts. You can't make this up. You have the appearance of Instant Messenger Sama. And then Joakin comes back with a Conqueror's coded attack. Yeah, the 10 Ruby are going at it today for sure. It's a... Gosh, man. Bro, why do y'all have to say it like that? Yo! Oh... They're gonna split the skies, Winston. They're gonna split the skies, man. True Roofers comes in with a 1. And he's like, yo, there's the sponsorship. True Roofers is like, hold up. If anybody's getting a piece of the action today, it's gonna be us. You know what I'm saying? We're 100% gonna get a piece of the action. And nothing's gonna stop us. Ali G! My house is shaking. Yo. It's a true Conqueror's Hockey Clash. Good lord. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're cooking in the chat, man. Stop. The world's gonna end like Quack 2 says. Relax. Bro, there's more memberships than there are people in the chat. There's 200 new members and there's 186 people in chat. Yo, you guys are insane, man. Band for bands. Conqueror's coding. The galaxies are colliding, man. Goodness, bro. I think this might be the craziest stretch of supers and memberships that we've had in a while. Yeah, an Instant Messenger Sama. A Joakin bounce back. True Roofers. And then Ali G coming in with a Roger. It's like Joakin came down like Whitebeard, and Ali G was like, what'd you say? I did the Roger Clash. Ali G says, channeling my inner Sanji. My inner Sanji. You know what, man? We're gonna take part in it today. We're gonna take part in it today. We're gonna take part in it today. Hold on, where's the thingy? This thing, oh, we're channeling my inner Sanji COC. Agenda piece. I'm gonna kill me today, man. Y'all are gonna kill me today. Oh, Lord. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best, man. There's nothing like this community. There is nothing like this community because today we are here with the top of the list being as follows. We've got Sung Jin coming in here. Unfortunately, it won't let me see after that. But Sung Jin at number 1. True Roofers at number 2. Joakin at number 3. Josh Pointer at number 4. And San15 here at number 5. Akbar J at number 6. Komore Bikun at number 7. Vortex at number 8. Sherry Ann's 1116 or 1116 at number 9. And then Green Tornado X at number 10. And that right now is the leaderboards as we head into starting the latest installment. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a crazy preview. Crazy prelude into a stream that started off with me being extremely late trying to get here on time. I failed at getting here on time, and because of that, the world is in chaos. We were visited by Instant Messenger Sama. We got our sponsorship with True Roofers. We had a Conqueror's coded clash between the God Hands of Finance, and now we're gonna sit here today to read the latest installment in the best-selling manga in history, coming off of what was without question one of the best chapters of the year. In a chapter in a year when we get to the final part of the year and we have to look back on our favorite chapters of 2025, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be crazy, because y'all know how much I love the mural, but we have Emu popping up this year. We had the Shamrock stuff this year. Or no, Shamrock was last year, right? Was that last year? That wasn't even last year, right? Regardless, Emu showing up this year. And then we had last week's chapter this year. So it's like, man, when we get to that at the end of the year, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be absolutely insane, but oh so exciting. We're here for the next installment and what we hope to be a continuation of Flashback Piece. In the best-selling manga in history! We had a great Game 7 on Sunday, even though I was late to that too. I was playing Xenoblade, and I caught a little bit of the first quarter. My brain was in Xenoblade peak for the rest of it until around 8 minutes into the fourth quarter, and I got to catch the end. But shout out to the NBA Finals, man. The Club World Cup has been fun to watch so far. So pretty good stuff here in the world of sports. But today we're here for the absolute awesome sauce of the one, the only. I know Superman's about to have a movie, but even with that movie, he can't get away from us for too long. Because we're coming in, yo. We're coming in with that LBAF greatness. With the one! It's the messenger. It's the... Instant Messenger Sama. Instant Messenger Sama. Instant Messenger Sama comes in with a 50, and that terrifies me. That terrifies me. Yeah, what Akash Panda said, it's Ease P or Ease Eep. It's Ease Eep with a dummy reversey. Goodness gracious, man. Yo, Instant Messenger Sama, I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry if we need the plushie, we'll have the plushie. I apologize. All right, I won't disdain your name anymore. My bad. My bad, man. I apologize. Hopefully, the bridges are mended. You know, Death Stranding 2 just came out. I can't wait to play the latest Hideo Kojima greatness. And you know, Death Stranding 1 was all about building bridges, not putting up walls. You know, the idea of connections and humanity building bridges for one another and for those who come after. It's Messenger Sama. We don't burn the bridge, man. You know, you're my guy. You're my dude. Or you're my girl. You know, whichever way you want to go. But I don't know. But you're my friend. You know what I'm saying? I rock with you with Semester Sama. I rock with you. My bad for anything I've ever said. My bad. I'm saying, but on the serious note, it's the Messenger Sama. All love to you. All love to you, yo. I just hope that it's reciprocated and I don't wake up on the ceiling. But Akash Panda says more emu plushie pics in Discord One Piece channel. Most certainly looking forward to seeing that in the post stream. That'll be fun, or not in the post stream, but in the post chapter discussion. Let's get into the chapter. King of pre-chapter yap. That's what we do. That is what we do. Let me grab. Let me see. Yeah, man. That's what we do. Gotta have fun on here, man. You have no idea how much I cherish these yap sessions before and after the chapter. You know what I'm saying? It's always a good time. TCB, and we can read it. Let's go. Parvision is king of the mid-chapter yap. Shout out to Eve. Shout out to both evil Parvision and good Parvision. And I'll leave it up to the community to decide which one is which. You know what I'm saying? Who's the good Parvision? Who's the evil Parvision? But shout out to Parvision's mid-chapter yaps. That's great. Shout out to my guy, man. Y'all know it's all hashtag I love Parvision around these parts. That's my guy. The Book of Eli comes in with a 10 and says, please don't read the title. Be surprised. Now I have to make an executive decision. Because the community has spoken and stated 77% of y'all have stated that today we are going to read the title. But the Book of Eli came in with a 10 and says, don't read the title, be surprised. I don't know what to do now, man. I don't know what to do to... Quackdo says follow the money. Follow the money is insane. That's a great one. That's a great one. Let me think about it for a sec, Book of Eli. Let me think about it for a second. Soul comes in with a 20. All love to you, Soul. Thanks so much for that. Says, like the stream for this absolute One Piece and Bleach scholar, y'all. Yo, appreciate you, Soul. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the kind words, the super, and bro, I'm not the scholar. We've spoken about this before, but I am not the scholar. I am not the scholar. For either One Piece or Bleach, but I appreciate you. I appreciate the kind words. I really do appreciate the sentiment. But, hey, listen, I got a master's degree, maybe even a doctorate in peak fiction, but I don't know if I'm known to be a scholar for either series. But I appreciate you. I really, really do appreciate you. Money talks. I'm the evil Alexander. You know what? I'll take that. That's a compliment. I'd take that. I would take that, man. You know what? Let's go with that. The next time that we do a collaboration, I'm going to introduce myself as the evil Alexander. The evil AJ. That would be great. That would be great. But all love to y'all. Seriously, Book of Eli, Soul, I truly, truly appreciate y'all. So, hey, listen, man. Today we're gonna make an executive decision. The King Recon Association has formally stated, not as a member of you know who's gonna get drafted first, like Cooper Flag, but the King Recon Association selects that it is going to skip the title because, like everybody in chat said, I suppose today's the Money Talk stream. You know what I'm saying? I suppose so. So we won't read the title, but we will look at the cover page. Is that Hiyori? Oh, it's Hiyori and Yamato. That's beautiful. Dog, we got Hiyori. Oh, that's Kiku. I was like, that doesn't really look like Hiyori a little bit, but I was like, could it be Hiyori? No, it's my girl Kiku though. Let's go. So it's Kiku and Yamato with old girl from the I always say it's the gang from Flipping Flatters. He'll go to the Flowers gang. In that section with the Isonies and stuff. That's what I always remember her from. I don't remember her name. I'm not gonna cap here. But Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine, Pilgrimage Volume 37. It's good to see Kiku again, bro. Shout out to my girl. And then you got Yamato as well. Let's go. Kiku no Jo, Daimyo of Ringo, and Boss Cho. Did we know that? That Kiku was the Daimyo of Ringo? Did we know that that Kiku was the Daimyo of Ringo? I feel like that's something new. We didn't know that, right? Hello? We didn't know. Dude, so Kiku became the Daimyo of Ringo. So that means that basically the individuals that we were with in Wano ended up becoming daimyos in their own regard. Because so far in the cover story, that's what we've been seeing, which is going to be super cool, man. Whenever Momonosuke pulls up at the end of the story, and you've got all the characters, and they're all like the daimyo of this, daimyo of that. It'll be kind of like what happened with Odin and his squad, too. Shout out Kiku, yo. Kiku and Yamato. Let's go. The notes. I bought an emu figure. We can't. We gotta stop doing this. Yo, man, how much power does Instant Messenger Sama have? How much power do you have, Emu? Even Oda? Even Oda? Dude, we gotta stop doing this. Are you kidding me? Even Oda. I bought an... Ichiro Oda states, and I quote, I bought an emu figure. It's kind of funny. A plush is supposed to come out as well. There's a figure and a plush? A plush is supposed to come out as well. Can't wait to play with it. This dude is sick. Oda, you're sick. This man creates an Instant Messenger Sama who is capable of turning everything upside down. Turning you upside down. And what does he do? My dog comes up in there and is like, yo, I'm gonna get two of them. A figure and a plush. What? This much motion before a face reveal is nuts. You know what this tells me? To my recollection, Oda spent money in, to my knowledge, on 2 One Piece characters. The first was Shanks in a One Piece Treasure Cruise note that he gave a long time ago, where he said he spent money on Shanks. And I was like, okay, Shanks is Oda's favorite. That's obvious, right? Like, that's his guy. But spending money on an emu plushie? And a figure? You know what this tells me? Emu might be Oda. You know, we've spoken about that possibility. We've spoken about the potential, like, hey man, when we get the emu face reveal, the real deal might be the fish that we keep seeing from Ichiro Oda. Oda doesn't like doing face reveals. You know, we've only seen Oda's face because it's out in the open because it's the internet. But Oda doesn't like doing face reveals. He covers his face. Could he be emu? That's a conspiracy. It could be a thing. He could be a thing, man. Dorian Broggie, the narrator. Hold on, man. I gotta hit the Dragon Ball music. Dun, 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 dun. Dorian Broggie. Oh, and it's got them as kids. Dorian Broggie, dun, 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 shared a wild childhood with Herald, the Prince of Elbaf. No. Oh, that's beautiful, dude. So you've got the big 3 of their era. You've got Herald and Dorian Broggie. Love the way that they've been drawn here. Dorian Broggie shared a wild childhood with Herald, the Prince of Elbaf. Born into the bloodline of the ancient giants, the prince possessed a colossal body, monstrous strength, and high status. He grew into an arrogant and unruly rogue that no one could rein in. And we see a silhouetted... For some reason, the one on the left reminded me of Chopper, and I lost all sense of reasoning for the story right there. I was like, what? But it's just somebody with horns. We got somebody with horns, and they're all silhouetted here. Someone in the background, obviously, which more than likely is King Herald. As we look through here, shared a wild childhood with Herald, the Prince of Elbaf, born into the bloodline of the ancient giants. The prince possessed a colossal body, monstrous strength, and high status. He grew into an arrogant and unruly rogue that no one could rein in. We've got King Herald in the background with a bunch of the villagers also as well. What a bore. Everyone outside Elbaf, and we get to see Herald. He has such a cool design, dude. Is pathetically weak and puny. Goes in, reaches into his nose, and just hits that thing. Listen, all I know is the people in this story who have reached into their nostril and blown out a booger in that way, they've all been pretty goated so far, to my estimation. So King Herald, he might be him. He might be him. Ain't that right, guys? Exactly, sire. It's just as you say. The kingdom of Bunt. Bunt? Like the baseball hit? The kingdom of Bunt. New world. Why can't I stop saying that? The kingdom of Bunt. Bunt. Kingdom of Bunt! New world! Come one, come all! Standing 10 meters tall! Oh, that's a rhyme! Oh, come one, come all! Standing 10 meters tall! That's a bar! Each of her steps is an earthquake. Her roar is thunder itself. Bro, who's this? She's one of the world's elusive giants. Hailing all the way from Elbaf. Feels like Paul Heyman is introducing this individual. Take a gander at Ida. Oh, and the Flying Fighters is this? Is this Loki's mother? That's the only way we would cut to something else. The only way we would ever cut to something else, and it's a female, is if this individual is either going to be Herald's wife or is going to be extremely prevalent to this flashback. Yeah! Roar! Get away from the cage, it's dangerous. Yeah! Whoa! It takes balls to turn one of us giants into a roadside attraction. I thought of Buggy there for a sec with the thing. But, yeah! They were fools to mock Elbaf. We sure showed them. Who are you? Oh, she's on the ship? Were we cooking? Is it going to be Loki's mother? Who are you? No need to thank me, I'm the king of Elbaf. I couldn't just sit back while they slighted my homeland. She slapped the flagnards out my dog. Yeet! No way! Your Majesty, King Herald. Huh? But look at his face. This man got this flagnard smacked out of him. And he just looks back and he's like, huh? Turn this ship around. You need to apologize. A lot of people got hurt. Are you crazy? You want to go you want to go back to that puny doll kingdom? You want me to rough you up, King Herald? Yeet, yo, she stayed trying to box. She just wants to box. They took me in and gave me work after finding me adrift at the brink of death. Thanks to their kindness, I was able to earn enough to eat and recover from my injuries. Little dolls? And the flagnards is that supposed to mean? You just happen to be born big. Your strength is a quirk of fate. She's ripping this man a new one. Don't kid yourself into thinking you're better than humans, you arrogant disgrace. This kind of crap is why all of us other giants are always lumped in with you Elbaf savages. She's got tears. I was just born big? Look at it. Yo, I love this panel of Herald, dude. He looks awesome. Awesome. She comes back. She's helping out the individuals in the village. Oh, man, no words needed. Just gracious actions, kind actions. King Herald, are we setting sail? What are you guys spacing out for? Huh? Help them rebuild, you imbeciles! And now we're starting to see his heart, you know? That miniature model city of theirs. Yes, sir! Their construction techniques are completely different. So is it going to be her? So if it's her that starts changing Herald's heart, then this has to be Loki's mother. We'll teach you some stuff for when you get back to Elbaf. Your use of spices is something too. I've never eaten anything with this much flavor before. And the quality of your fabrics. Oh, that man. My guy is in love, bro. This man is head over heels. He can't, yo. She has my man bowing. Bowing. They called him the scum of the earth. Did you saw the way he was acting last chapter? Yo. Did you see the way that he was talking last chapter? She made him bow. They're so sophisticated. Humans sure are good with their hands. Herald, yo, she's really warming my dude up. Hold on, let me go back up real quick. Help them rebuild, you imbeciles. That was one of the cracks. In his heart, that miniature model city of theirs. Yes, sir. The construction techniques are completely different. We'll teach you some stuff for when you get back to Elbaf. Your use of spice is something too. I've never eaten anything with this much flavor before. And the quality of your fabrics. They're so sophisticated, humans sure are good with their hands. You see all the kids? And now they're dancing. Then... They're doing the doop da 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 doop da 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 doop da 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 doop da 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 doop da da da. It's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. That's flipping beautiful, bro. Look at it like this, Herald. The destruction of anything in this world is a waste. I was born on Samuwanai Island in the South Blue. One thing led to another, and I ended up on these seas. Bro, I gotta go back for a second, man. It's like this line was like permeating in my brain, and it just locked into how beautiful this line was. Listen to this. Look at it like this, Herald. The destruction of anything in this world is a waste. How beautiful of a line is that in an arc like this with the stuff we've been tackling so far? With an individual like King Herald who's been built up in the way that he has been so far. The destruction of anything in this world is a waste. I love that line, man. And maybe it's because I'm coming off of experiencing something that touched upon similar things here. But what a powerful line to have. Within context. The destruction of anything in this world is a waste. And she follows, I was born on Samuwanai Island in the South Blue. One thing led to another, and I ended up on these seas. You went over the blood-soaked serpent? Are you talking about the red line? The mural! Yo, every time that we... Come on, man. Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait until the day when we're able to put the full piece together of this wonderful story. What does this say? You went over the blood-soaked serpent. And I quote, are you talking about the red line? Oh. Oh. Come on, man. Yes. Community W. Yes, it was. It was all the way back in chapter 100. What I'm trying to say is, back when we were discussing the mural, we were talking about how all of these things, when we put the grand, at least the way that I looked at it is, when we look back on the full scope of the story, when the series comes to a close, and we start putting all these pieces together that have been, all these random puzzle pieces that were put all throughout the course of the story. In Little Garden, which was where this was originally referenced, from the stuff that was referenced in Skypiea, the stuff that was referenced in Drum Island, the stuff that was referenced in Alabasta, all of these things. The closer we get to the end game, the more stuff like this hits entirely different. Where you get Herald, King Herald, in a 100-year-old flashback, discussing once again with brand new context thanks to the mural about the blood-soaked serpent, which is the red line, and how just amazing of a concept that is, man. And I just love it. I love when we re-explore things again, but with brand new contextualization of what's happening within the current confines of the story, especially post-mural. It's just, it lines like that hit different now, man. Yeah, well, I did, but I can't go back now. Come back to Elbaf. We're not as savage as you think. Yeah, maybe I judged you too harshly. Yo, I'm loving this chapter. It's very wholesome. It reminds me of the Odin and Toki stuff in that flashback. Ida's awesome. Come to Elbaf. We're not as savage as you think. Yeah, maybe I judged you too harshly. King Herald has really changed. It's kind of creepy. Hopefully it's just a phase. Hopefully it's just a phase. My guy is in love, man. This ain't no phase, dog. That phase is lasting forever. Forever until something happens. You know what I'm saying? That man is... that heart has been moved. Mountains were moved, man. Mountains were moved. This man is carrying a shark in his hand, bro. Look at this panel on the right. He's carrying a massive behind shark in his hand. And then we get a really beautiful panel in the kind of creepy, hopefully just a phase panel, or just a really beautiful panel of King Herald and Ida with like the sun coming down into the water. I mean, what a beautiful, beautiful panel. Elbaf 105 years ago? Time skip? What was last chapter? 109, right? 109, 110? Up until now, we've committed countless sins. And it's time we atone them. Bro, the flipping tree. Oh, this hits so much harder after Xenoblade. The tree! The flipping tree, man. I can't wait to go up that tree, bro. Yo, I was already hyped to go visit the Heaven Realm and, like, the tree. Like, before the context I have now, I am, like, over the moon for how much I can't wait to see what's at the top of the tree in One Piece, man. I like, no lie, bro. No lie, man. As king, I intend to frequently travel overseas. Look at how much he's changed. I hope to extend a hand of wait, what did he say? I hope to extend a hand of what? A hand of Recon? Yeah, boy made it. Take that, Instant Messenger Sama. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. Two can play the Domi Reversi game. Two can play at this game, man. Yo, Ali G and Joakin, they're not the only Conquerors clash in this one, baby. Nah. You may have been mentioned by the author's note, but I got mentioned in the context in the manga. I got, yo! The hand of Recon! You know what I'm saying? Coach Dub! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Take that, Instant Messenger Sama! Yeah! I hope to extend a hand of Recon, conciliation, to our neighbors and learn from their cultures. Which is extremely beautiful. Going back into what I was talking about earlier with the whole like Death Stranding thing and you know, building bridges, which is exactly what King Herald, the King Herald that we know of in present time, the context that we have from his character is that he was truly the one who was trying to do that and build those things with other nations, right? And truly tried to establish those trading networks and those established partnerships with other nations, not only for the economy of Elbaf and like the things that they could bring in, but also the ideologies and the potential pieces of other cultures that could get mixed in as well, right? To be open-minded to that kind of stuff, as we talked about whenever those chapters were dropping. But for it to happen after meeting Ida in this particular chapter, for his first lines to be after the time skip, as king I intend to frequently travel overseas and to extend a hand of reconciliation to our neighbors and learn from their cultures. And I think that's so incredibly key for the overall themes of Elbaf, right? Similar to Wano, closed nations, that were so in their own in their own cultures and their own teachings and their own echo chambers, that they never allowed anything to be able to penetrate that. They never allowed anything to any other outside ideologies to get in there. And so that's what King Herald was trying to do, right? Open up those borders, so to speak, to be able to bring in other cultures and other ways of thinking within his own culture, and mix those things in there, which I think is so incredibly fascinating in an arc like Elbaf that explores the generational differences between the old generation of warriors and the new generation of warriors, and how that's been explored so far. So for his first declaration upon this time skip to be that, it couldn't have been more perfect. Our land can become more prosperous. There's the economy, if we learn from the world. And that's so true. Once you have a goal in mind or an idea, the world is your oyster. I mean, it truly is. There's so many beautiful things out there to be able to learn, especially from other individuals, that it truly, you can learn so much. But in this particular case, it's a literal thing. Like, y'all have no idea how much we can grow if we were to just go out and try to extend a hand. But then there's also the dark side of that, which we saw explored throughout. We're seeing right now throughout the course of the current events in the One Piece manga, right? About what happens when you do open your borders and allow those flagnards from the Holy Land into your place, right? So it's like, Dory Brogi and the others will never stop running wild. Dory Brogi and the others will never stop running wild. What an awesome line. I go, oh, he's addressing the nation. I go way back with those two. They have always had an unusual disposition. They've never failed to treat humans fairly and honorably. That's true. We can still hold on to our warrior ways, right? Ah, so we're even exploring this. We can still hold on to our warrior ways, right? We may have to reconsider some traditions if other countries feel threatened. So we're already going into that. In order to be accepted by the preconceived notions of Elbaf, is that they're savage warriors, just like Ida was talking about earlier in the chapter. That it's thanks to people like King Herald that Elbaf is seen as this land of straight savages, and Herald took it upon himself to, no pun intended, reverse that and actually make it something to where they're not looked like that anymore. And he wants to take responsibility for that, right? Where the nation will no longer be looked at as just a nation of savage warriors, but rather individuals who do want to learn from other cultures and want to be a part of the overall world at large. And in order to do so, they may have to reconsider some traditions. But any time that you try to reconsider traditions, you already know there's going to be the split in the two different ways that people look at things. Those who want to preserve that culture, those who want to preserve the world that's already been there up until that point, and those who want to take what they do have and progress forward and take it beyond right into the future. That's a conflict that's gone on in maybe every civilization that's ever existed. But especially here in Elbaf. So I wonder how they took to him saying that they were going to reconsider some traditions. Za-ba-ba-ba-ba, what a change. Jarl? Bo-ja-ja-ja. Seems there's a tumultuous journey ahead. Herald is, here we see the Ida. Herald is, no, Elbaf is blessed. What a line to give Elbaf. Blessed. As the ship goes on. Beautiful panel, by the way. Herald is, no, Elbaf is blessed. That's interesting. So interesting. Somebody says, since Herald is the king, I'd call this a king reconciliation. That's facts. That's true, right? Because he is the king, the hand of the king. Say we exchange diplomats with other nations. We could build a deeper cultural understanding. Absolutely. I see, so it's like a fancy hostage deal, huh? This man's riding some fire. Look at that. He's got the fountain pen moving. That's not it at all. poor Ida just fell asleep. A snot bubble. That's not it at all. People need to forge connections. People need to forge connections. Otherwise, international cooperation is impossible. Exactly. Elbaf 80. Oh man, we're going through this quick. 81 years ago, so 24 years have passed? Eastern Fishing Village. You finally had the baby! Let's go! Ida, Herald, congratulations! So Ida was the mother! Thank you, Ida and I. Unfortunately, we can't recognize your marriage. It's because of the flipping pureblood situation, man. Of course. Only purebloods can be permitted within the royal family. Bunch of flagnards, man. Forgive me, Ida. All these issues boil down to culture. That's exactly what he's trying to change. Our feelings alone won't change things. You're always welcome in our village, Ida. The baby! Isn't that great, Hadrudine? At least you can stay near your papa. Hadrudine, man. So you have to feel sad for Ida as a mom. And to Herald. But Oda's touching upon something that is so incredibly prevalent, especially in our world. You know, there's some cultures that we just won't recognize and or accept something like this. And it really does boil down to that, right? Dang, man. My boy Hadrudine. Herald, meet your future bride. Who is that? Herald, meet your future bride. Lady Estrid. Yo, what a name! Lady Estrid carries the noble blood of the ancient giants. Wait, man. Wait a minute. Oh, man, it just... Dang, dude. Of course. That's right, I completely forgot. Hadrudine's mom is not the same as Loki's mom. Oh man, now I feel even worse for Ida. Dang, dude. Damn, I really feel for her, man. But, dang, dude. Look. Herald, meet your future bride. Lady Estrid carries the noble blood of the ancient giants. She is a woman truly fit to become queen. I was born in Alcohol Village. What a village. To the north. I am a student of the Earth Wind Arts. Toff? She's got some toff in her? I am fated to love you for the rest of my life. Forget about that Eastern woman and her bastard. You can't say that, bro. You can't say that, dog. Forget about that Eastern woman and her bastard. Oh no, that's Elbaf Alcohol Village, daughter from a prominent background, Estrid. What an Otobox. Daughter from a prominent background. The energies here are aligned to the east. This won't do at all. The king's spirit is leaking out. Quick, shut the windows. What? Oh, she's already dishing out commands. And that mirror, it's positioned in a lethal 5-star configuration. Dispose of it. Flying flag guards? What is this? Bro, is this just mirror? Does this horse have like 8 legs? It does? Meet Ashra. Yeet. Dang. Ashura. It's Saint Saturn. Meet Ashura, the horse of good fortune. It's a fine steed, worthy of you, your majesty. Consider it a gift from my family. It's sure to bring you good fortune. It's huge. Why does it have 8 legs? That's what I said. Guards, take all the jewels and gold to my room. Oh, she thinks this is already a done deal. I mean, technically, it probably already is. The king's vicinity should be focused on the energies of earth and wind. Also inform the servants that from today onward, the king and I will take all our meals on silver platters. Yo, she is in command, dog. Isn't that just an indulgence? It's like her and Ida, Estrid and Ida could not be any more different. In literally every regard. Man, dude, I still feel so bad for Estrid, bro. My bad, for Ida. For Ida, look at that. I feel even worse for her now because I flipping messed up her name. For Ida, man. "70-ish years ago." We're moving forward again? 70-ish years ago. In this age, the rough seas still made travel between islands difficult. This was like the part of like right before you get to Wano. Elbaf's advanced navigation techniques intrigued other countries. There is a star which never moves called the Pole Star. Kanji says the North Star. Oh, really? King Herald, you met the fishmen? Yeah, but it's about time. I even saw mermaids. Oh, that's so cool. Their people carry the blood of the ocean. In their country, a prince was born by the name of Neptune. King Neptune. And it wasn't just fishmen and mermen around. The sea creatures themselves were coming together in jubilation. Wow. And they must be hearing this of like stories of legend, bro. 60, even more? 63 years ago, Quest Castle Elbaf. While Herald was overseas, "Congratulations, my queen. It's a healthy baby boy. Loki. His name is Loki. My dog. I spoke with the king about it. Let me get a good look at my son's face." What the Flagnards? My boy. Look at his eyes. bro, yes, the Eye of Sauron. I was thinking about what it looked like to me. Yes, it looks like the Eye of Oblivion, or aka the Eye of Sauron. So is that why his eyes were covered this whole time? Oh. So that might actually have a deeper connection than because I was thinking that the eyes were being covered for some sort of like in context purpose. And maybe it most certainly still does. Well, actually, it most certainly still does. But I was talking about maybe more of like, I don't know, like an emu eye, or the Doflamingo situation, where I didn't even know if we were ever going to see the eyes. But with these specific eyes, what it tells me is that we're going to be exploring this at some point in time. At some point in time in the story. Maybe even in this chapter. That was a good call for the Eye of Sauron. Hey, what in the world is wrong with Estrid? She says, huh? She looks mad. It's horrid. She called my goat horrid. Horrid. Don't call my goat horrid. Come on now. Look at him. It doesn't look that bad. Look at how cool his eyes look. Sure, it looks a little crazy, but that's my dog. I can't hate on my dog. Your Highness, it's freaking me out. What is that? Yo, for real, yo. Like, could they have been any more different in regards to Estrid and Ida's like reaction to this? Like, Estrid is calling my dog horrid, and Ida was just welcoming Herald into this, or Hadrodin into the world like he was the greatest thing who'd ever been born, right? As it should be whenever your child is born, but not to her, man. Not to her. Yo, it caught me off guard with how Loki looked, but he looks cool. I don't know if it's the horns or if it's. I think it's the eyes, man. The eyes just look so dope. It truly does, like someone said, it reminds me of the Eye of Sauron. But she's called my boy horrid, man. You can't do that. It's freaking me out. What is that? This thing? She called my dog a thing? Can't possibly be mine. Your Highness, please calm down. Tell the king it was a stillbirth. Oh, heck no. Oh, she gotta see me for that. She gotta see me for that one. This is utterly unacceptable. Look at Loki, man. He's terrified. It's cursed. Just look at it. It's a monster. Looks kind of Hellboy. That is true. Definitely has that type of a vibe going for it. Nah, man, you can't say that, bro. She's basically saying it would have been better off if he died. If he'd never been born. It's cursed. Just look at it. She doesn't even call him a him. It's a monster. The first thing he heard. Yo, Loki, my bad for my reaction. What an evil, diabolical, horrid woman. This is a bad mom. Are you kidding me? This on its own tells me it's going to be a tragic backstory. He came out of the womb hated by his own mother. The individual who's supposed to love you more than anyone else in the world. What a flagnard. Charlos level character, man. The narrator. When the Prince of Elbaf stretches... Oh, we're going Legend of the Galactic Heroes. When the Prince of Elbaf stretched his arms into the air, no one was there to take those small hands in theirs. Oh, man. Because, of course, as a child, you reach out your hands for your mom and dad, and no one took his hand. Poor flipping Loki, bro. Poor Loki. Is this why he sealed off his eyes? So that no one will react to him the same way as his mother? Man, bro. When the Prince of Elbaf stretched his arms into the air, no one was there to take those small hands in theirs. Your Highness, stop this. That's the prince. What is she doing with Loki? It is said that the most unfortunate souls are those rejected from birth by their own mother. She did not throw this man. She did not throw Loki. She did not throw Loki from all the way up there, all the way into the realm of the dead. Oh my goodness. Oh man. You're lucky I can't do it. Yo. If she's still alive, I hope Nami or Robin smacks her into flippin' space, dog. Listen to me. No child was born today. Oh, she might have to see me. I'm gonna have to pull Yusuke Urameshi. You remember what Yusuke said? I don't care if it's my ma or your ma or your grandma, you gotta see me in hands. I might have to pull a Yusuke. Oh, heck no, bro. Yo, why? She's confirmed dead? Bring her back. Bring her back and I'll put her back into the ground like flippin' Luffy did, bro, in Thriller Bark. Look at this. Maybe that's a little too far. Maybe that's a little too far. Bro, this thing has me blown, bro. I'm angry, dog. You can't do this, man. We can't do this. New contender for worst. New contender? This is the worst mother in One Piece. getting the one to come in. Yo! Like, come on, man. Listen to me, no child was born today. She tried to kill Loki. I forbid you from telling anyone. And all the man did was just come out the womb. Yo, extremely, extremely tragic stuff, man. We just got out the Kuma flashback, which is one of the most tragic things I've ever experienced. I can't get another tragic flashback right after that. And I already knew it was going to be extremely tragic based on the way it ends. But couldn't it have started beautiful? Couldn't it have started with like a kind and loving mother? My boy Loki just can't win. He can't win, man. Now, his mom wasn't there. He witnessed his pops dying. I mean, come on. Where are you going? I'm returning to my village. I never want to give birth again. Your Highness, Captain. It's coming from the realm of the dead. The realm of the dead? What about it? Is Loki climbing up? The Luffy parallel! Oh, Loki! Loki might be top 5. Loki's gonna end up being in my top 5 favorite characters, bro. This man is gonna end up being he's a baby! He just came out the womb! And he's climbing the flipping snow-covered mountain like he's Monkey D. Oh, Loki! Loki! Come on, man. Loki's a baby. He can't even speak. He's covered in blood and wounds. And he's climbing up to survive. This is one of the saddest things I've seen. And this series has a lot of sad stuff. But a baby being rejected by their mother, and they're climbing the ice-covered mountain like Luffy. And he just came out as a child. Loki, man, I'm fighting the world for you, dog. That's... Dang, man. His thirst for survival, his thirst for love, to go back to his mother who doesn't want him. And he's climbing, man. Yo, man. This legitimately, like, my heart is like broken in like 10 different pieces, bro. This is This is like beyond heartbreaking. Yo, if someone in the present time doesn't give this man a hug, bro. I'm gonna end up loving rocks just because Loki loves rocks. I mean, come on, man. Look at how high up he climbed! Do you know how big that flipping tree is? Look at how high up he climbed! Soon after, Queen Estrid collapsed due to ill health. I would never wish ill will on anyone. But by the sweet mother of Flatner's Queen Estrid, maybe you just gotta look yourself in the mirror, man. Dispose of the child. It's becoming clear this was foretold long before it came into the world. It is said that King Herald will someday be slain by his own son. Enough with this crazy talk. Meanwhile, Herald struggled against the walls of diplomacy, blocked by the world government again. Why can't countries just be free? That's the story in a sentence right there. Hey, he's your little brother. Don't you want to see the little guy? Ida and Hadruddin? If he's not your kid, Mom, then there's no way I can call him a little brother. Oh, sweetie, you're so cute, even when you say such awful things. Ida. I needed that laugh. From then on, every misfortune that struck Elbaf was chalked up to Loki's curse. And that's how the accursed prince was born. You know, Oda's really good at this flashback thing, man. He's always been the master at it. Maybe it's because I'm in full flashback mood because I'm playing the Xenoblade DLC. But this hit entirely different, man. Number one, once again, I want to apologize to my boy Loki, bro. Because when I turned the panel, I was caught off guard. But yo, he really does look super dope. Especially the eyes, man. She don't love my dog, man. When the Prince of Elbaf stretched his arms into the air, no one was there to take those small hands in theirs. Yo, man, this is one of the saddest panels in just look at this. Bro, Loki's a newborn. And he's climbing the flipping tree, dog. Look at how much pain he's visibly in. You know what, man? If he wants to destroy the world, I can't blame him. Look at the way he was brought into it. Look at the way he was brought into it. Man. Legitimately broke my heart, bro. Man. Yo, great chapter this week. Oh, the title of the chapter was The Birth of Loki. I can see why y'all didn't want me to read it then. That was the main crux of the chapter. We got Herald and Ida greatness, touching upon the themes of the arc. Dang, man. Yo, similar to the Kuma flashback, I'm gonna come out of this flashback. I already feel this way. But I'm gonna come out of this flashback having Loki high on my favorites list, man. It's gonna be hard not to. It's gonna be really hard not to, man. Break next week. Man, dude. Coach, look at the panel right after the tree. Loki climbed and shows a beheaded bear. He beheaded a bear as a newborn. Bro, who beheads a bear as a newborn, dude? A newborn? He beheaded a bear and climbed the tree like he was Luffy. As a newborn. Can you have any more Conqueror's hockey than that? Any more aura? For lack of a better term? I mean, come on. A bear? That's insane, man. A giant bear. Dang, dude. Yo, what a heartbreaking, tragic chapter that also touches upon so many things to make the current situations in One Piece so interesting. From a thematic standpoint, from a storytelling standpoint. Just an overall fantastic continuation to last week's chapter. Similar to when we started the Kuma flashback with the Saturn stuff and the Bonnie stuff, and immediately got us into the Kuma tragedies and gave us God Valley. You know, last week was kind of like the God Valley stuff, and this week was like the first half of the Kuma flashback, or the first chapter of the Kuma flashback that was just really, really tragic, like right off the bat. God, man, I can't get that panel of Loki climbing out of my head. It's so sad, bro. It's so sad and so unique to Loki because that is the warrior spirit, isn't it? That is what represents what makes that Drum Island Luffy moment so special. It's the will. It's the embodiment of Luffy's character, right? Of somebody willing to do what it takes for his friends. The warrior mentality that he and Usopp look up to so much. But Loki had to do it to survive. Because he wasn't loved. Because he was thrown away. Dang, man. What a chapter, bro. Issei Master-sama comes in with a 10 and says, massive Fumito Ueda vibes. Fumito Ueda, that sounds so familiar. Oh, the creator of Shadow of the Colossus and Eco, of course, and Last Guardian. Yeah, absolutely, Issei Master-sama. That's a great call. A great call. I'll let you have that one, Issei Master-sama, even though we're still having our Conquerors clash. But after that Loki stuff, there'll be no more clashing. My heart is broken. But yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Straight up. Very much so. Very, very much so. Thank you, Issei Master-sama. The Boki V-Lie comes in with a 2 and says, Luffy unconditionally backing Loki hits harder now. Yo. Luffy backing Loki and Luffy asking Loki to join his crew both hit exponentially harder. I wanted Loki to join the crew just because I thought he was cool. And I thought his character is awesome. But this, man? Yo, I don't care what we gotta do. I don't care if we have to make the Thousand Sunny bigger than the flipping planet. My man has gotta join, you know? That's my boy! If no one else will love him, we will. You know what I'm saying? If the world don't have Loki, I have Loki. I gotcha, man. Luffy gotcha. That's One Piece in a single statement. When the world don't gotcha, Luffy gotcha. You know what I'm saying? And Luffy's gonna have my boy Loki's back. Man. 100% though, Book of Eli, 100%. By the way, I truly appreciate everyone. We are 8 out of 10 for the stream goal. So all love to everybody who has donated today for the stream goal and all the crazy memberships. We've hit 201 new memberships today. Nuts numbers. Instant Message Sam comes in with a 5 and says, I was always under the impression that I, the sea devil / Leviathan Tiamat personified, would be evil. But no, sir. Whatever you say goes, this is Mr. Sama. I am not going to go against you today, especially after what I just read with Loki. You got it. You got it. You got it. And especially if you are the Sea Devil. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Waiter 1000 fan arts of giant Gear 5 Luffy hugging Loki, please? Please. Please, man. Somebody give my brother a hug. Thank you on a serious note, it's Mr. Sama. But no, sir. Josh put good numbers for 22 months and says, hashtag free Loki. Yes, hashtag free Loki. Also, Rox and Lola next chapter. I'm going to say Lola next chapter. Maybe Rox the chapter after that. But maybe not. Well, maybe. The flashback's moving so fast, we might just get the Rox stuff next chapter. But I could see Lola next chapter, Rox the chapter after that. But if we get both Lola and Rox next chapter, I'll be there no matter what, Josh Pointer. Finally seeing Rox? Come on, man. That's already an automatic peak chapter. Like I said, I don't care what we get to. At some point, I want to see why Loki loves Rox the way that he does, why he loves Rox the way that he does. And because of what I'm seeing right now, I can already tell that I'm going to connect with Rox because of all of this that's happening right now. Because he's going to see something within Rox, the same thing that Luffy saw within Shanks. And that's going to mean something to me, man. And I can't wait for that. And as far as the Lola stuff goes, I wonder if Loki is going to see something in Lola, or she's going to do something similar to what happened with Ida that caused Loki to fall for her. I wonder. I truly wonder. Thank you, Josh Pointer. Great comment. The Book of Eli comes in with the two. It says, "Being named accursed prince by your mom is dark." It is so dark. It's unbelievably dark because when you're born, the number one thing that you want at that point in time, like the chapter states, is to. I mean, I'm assuming, right? I don't remember how it was whenever I was born. But I assume comfort from someone around you, love, care, nourishment, to be fed. Love. It's like, that's your mom, man. That's supposed to be your world as a kid. For her to be the one to name him the accursed prince. Then the Book of Eli follows that up with membership for 1 month. Appreciate you. Seems like the ancient giant bloodline will definitely have more implications with Abyss and Demon Realm connections with those eyes. Yes. Great call. Great call, bro. Because those eyes definitely looked very demon-esque, demon-like. And of course the horns. I remember back whenever Kaido was in that one episode, I believe it was episode 1028 when he was fighting Luffy it was the Conqueror's coding episode. And he looked straight up like super devilish in that episode with the horns. And now that you bring that up, it really does feel like there is a connection there. And it could be why we're establishing all of that Abyss and Istamester-sama Spellbinding Circle stuff in this arc, because that might be where we make the biggest connection here with the Ancient Giants. And it would just make so much sense. It would change the way that I look at Onigashima as well, as a concept for like a potential birthplace of a lot of these things, the big ores. So I'd be down for that. Especially with what's currently happening in the manga. Absolutely. That's a great call. That's definitely a great call. Thank you, bro. Subra comes membership for 27 months. Says, fell from the sky like Kaido and climbed like Luffy. Why is that so true? Fell from the sky like Kaido and climbed like Luffy, a certified GOAT. Rejected by everyone and accepted by Ida and Luffy. By the way, the eye reminded me of pudding. Yes, being rejected in two different ways. Being rejected and ostracized for your eye being different, and also the way that it is. I can most surely see the comparison there, Subra. But that is so true. Rejected by everyone except for Ida and Luffy. Which Ida is very similar to Luffy. I mean, I'm already so excited to get out the flashback. I want to see the rest of the flashback, obviously. But when we get out the flashback, man, we better have a Luffy and Loki peak moments, man. Thank you, Subra. Appreciate you. Sate Shade comes up with a 2 and says, let's hit that mark because I need recommendations. Oh, this is for the stream goal. I appreciate you, yo. I appreciate you. And then comes up with another 2 and says sneak peek. Oh, and we did hit the stream goal. All love to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for. I think we've hit all of them in recent times. So we will have the top 10 favorite novels here in the coming weeks. After, of course, like I said, after the Xenoblade craziness, and we get back to normal schedule. Looking forward to doing that and the top 30 strongest, which at this point, Istamester-sama may force my votes to go one way or another because of, the way things are going within these streams. I might get Domi reverse seat if I don't have him at the very least. Somewhere very high on the list. So I'll be held against my will as I create that top 30, but we'll try to be as honest as we possibly can be, while also being held hostage. So I'll love to you, Saint Shade. Thank you so much for contributing the last super chats there for us to cross over, and hopefully the video will give you some good recommendations and some stuff that that you can enjoy. All love to you, yo. Thank you so much for doing that. Then Josh Pointer comes in with a 2 and says, Loki puts on a mask, the sun god, to hide his loneliness. Of course. Such a simple concept, yet so true. That's a great point, Josh Pointer. Masking your identity, becoming someone else, in order to hide your loneliness. It becomes even sadder when we look at the way that Nika is looked at by two different sides of Elbaf. Some see him as a destroyer, others see him as the savior. And so Loki's sort of like serving as the destroyer of that part of Nika. He technically is. And what's going to be beautiful is whenever he transitions over into being the savior as well. as the parallels between him and Luffy continue to cook as super prevalent in this chapter. It's a great comment, Josh Pointer. Thank you. His semester Sama comes in with a 10 and says the boy from Iko was also banned because of his looks, the horns, and by the end he confronted the evil queen along with Yorda. That's beautiful. You know, I really do need to go back and properly go through the brilliance of Iko, because obviously it inspired so many of my favorite things. As an adult, I need to go through and play through that game, especially after playing through Nier Replicant. I feel like Nier Replicant was the closest thing that I recall having, and Last Guardian, but that was made by the same person. But Nier Replicant really was like a similar thing to how I felt seeing Iko for the first time and that original experience. And so, with that context, going through that game again, it's gonna hit much different. I'm looking forward to fully going through Iko as an adult, for sure. But that is so true with Semester Sama, so true. Thank you for that. Just don't me reversing me. Brandon King comes in membership for a year. Appreciate you, Brandon King. 1 year of greatness. Appreciate you, Coach. I appreciate you, Brandon King. Thank you. First thing I noticed is Baby Loki is treated like Robin. We need Frankie to tell him existence isn't a crime. Bro, if Frankie delivers a line like that again, I'd be like, yo, but that's Big Frankie. That's Big Frankie. Hopefully he does. We need someone to tell him existence isn't a crime. Someone. Someone's got to do it, man. But yeah, Baby Loki tripping, and Robin's backstory hits every time, man. So we get it. So true, though. Just being rejected for being alive, you know? God, man. The series is so good. It tears me apart emotionally, but by the flag nards, we might like it, man. It's such a great flipping story, dude. Wonderful characters. Thank you, Brandon King. I appreciate you so much for the year. All love to you. Suba comes in with a 40 and says, Search Hera giving birth to Hephaestus god Greek myth. Let's see. However, upon seeing that Hephaestus was born with a physical disability, often described as a withered lame foot, Hera was disgusted and in some versions of the myth, cast him from Mount Olympus, either to the sea or onto the island of Lemnos. You cooked so hard, Subra. What a great comment. That's what Oda went for. We got the Oda-fied version of that. Wow. Hera's revulsion at Hephaestus' physical imperfection led him to being thrown from Olympus. Despite the fall, Hephaestus survived and was cared for by others. Eventually becoming a skilled craftsman, he later used his skills to craft a golden throne with hidden bonds, trapping Hera as revenge for his abandonment. That was a cook. That was a great cook. A great cook. Thank you for showing me that, Subra. Yo, shout out to Ida, seriously. Hold on, where's the Oh, y'all are thinking that Mosa might be Ida? Yo, Akash Panda. Hey, listen. Ida is Mosa. Woo! We're looking at a top tier One Piece character right there. We're looking at a top tier One Piece character. If Ida is Mosa. Coach, how does it feel reading this after playing through Torna? That's what I was saying, Jiro. Like, I just started playing a masterful flashback in Xenoblade, and it got me in such a massive. I'm already in massive One Piece mood because Xenoblade Chronicles 2's main story was so One Piece. Where I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait, and so Elbaf. I can't wait to get back to the peak. And then I start playing the flashback DLC. And I was really in flashback mood. And then they gave me this chapter. Couldn't have been any better. Couldn't have been any better, Ash of Samurai Jiro. Seriously. Man, yo. Yes. You guys have no idea how down I'd be for the Mosa being Ida thing. That's a good call, Sleepy. Herald? Do you think Herald went to go save Loki, and that's why he wasn't present when Big Mom went on her tantrum? That's a fascinating connection I didn't even think of. Very well could be the case. Well, that was around the same time, right? 68 years ago? 66 years ago, right? It was? 67? Oh, somewhere around there. Yo, Mist. Hope you're enjoying Kai no Kiseki, brother. Dude, Zed, I thought the same thing. Zed, I thought the same thing. Whenever they were talking about the Elbaf Giants and or specifically, not even before that, Zed, I thought of Melia, the moment that that they talked about Hajrudin being born as someone who wasn't a pureblood. I was like, flipping Melia. And we know what that led to, right, with the Telethia stuff. So, it's like, man, I wonder what we're going to be cooking in the near future with One Piece. With that as context, right? But I also thought about Xenoblade. I'm right there with you with the brain rot. Oh, it's Rocks first, then Lola. Thank you, Akash Panda. Thank you, Akash Panda. True that. True that. Listen, man, my mind is mush. I apologize for everything that I got wrong in this stream, which was probably a lot of things. I'm trying to find a comment that I saw earlier that I thought was interesting. While I find that, let me see this thing that Akash Panda wants me to see from the Discord. Why is Emu eating French fries? Somebody made a bed with a throne for Emu? Emu's in a car seat while still holding on to Luffy's bounty poster. He's eating fries. Bro, look at this. He's eating fries. Like, you know how insane that is? This is a cursed image, dude. Look at this. That is nuts, bro. Could you imagine having that in the back of your car? Bro, the French fries are killing me. Oh my god. Yeah, oh man. Quack 2. I did. Quack 2 says, didn't you call the Lucia McDonald's? I did, man. I most certainly did. That fits. Oddly enough, that fits. Oddly enough, that flippin' fits, yo. Instant Messenger someone comes in with a 10 and says, I agree with Subra. That'd be a perfect tie-in for Joy Boy being inspired by Prometheus. Because he took the fire and gave it to humanity and got offed because of it. That's a great, that is a great call. Y'all are cooking. That is a great call. I'm gonna have to look into more of Prometheus' story outside of like the normal stuff, or the like what you're talking about, the outline baseline of it, to see if there's anything else that we could potentially pull out of for the Joy Boy flashback, for the Void Sentry flashback. That's a great call, that Semester Sama. Great call. And I'm glad, I hope you enjoy your fries, Semester Sama, seriously. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Quag2 says, while Loki's biological mother abandoned him to the underworld, Mosa Ida was there to be his only friend to bring him comfort when he was chained to the underworld. I'm going to tell you right now. Excuse me. If Mosa is Ida, Kuma and Whitebeard are the best dads in One Piece, that will skyrocket Mosa to being like the top one mom in One Piece. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Caring for your biological son and then the son... Bro, she was thrown out of the kingdom. She was thrown out of the kingdom. And if she cares for him the same way she cares for Hadrudin and became his best friend, his only friend... Top one mom. Top one mom. Top one mom, if that's the case, man. Top one mom. For now. The tweet with the French fry was, I desire a fry. For the... yeah, of course, with I desire BB. I desire fries, not... Bro, what is this meme? Y'all made a Steph Curry meme out of her tossing the baby? Poor Loki, man. I feel like I can't even laugh at this. Yo, y'all have no idea how much self-control it's taking me right now to not laugh at this. But I can't do it. I won't do it. That's my boy Loki, man. I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Maybe not on camera. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna stop looking at it before I do. Y'all better stop disrespecting my boy. Y'all better stop disrespecting my boy, man. He ain't do nothing. He ain't deserve that. That's a crazy meme, man. Whoever made that is sick. Whoever made that is sick. Alright, I'm gonna stop looking at it. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's crazy. That is terrible. That is terrible. That is depressing. That is depressing. You said Peep a Theory, Brandon King? Now Dodon's top 1 for me still? Oh no, Dodon's top 1 for right now. Toad Gashi, man. I can't believe that meme, bro. That was a crazy picture. By the way, did you see at least 3 Panamans? There were 3 Panamans in this chapter? I didn't even see one. Oh, here I see here, Brandon King. Expanded theory, idea Loki parallels all the Straw Hats. Has an idol, like Luffy. Maybe wants to be the strongest, like Zoro. Self-esteem issues, like Sanji. Missing a parent's love, like Usopp. Thought of as an enemy, like Nami. Seen as a monster, like Chopper. Crime for being alive, like Robin. And is something of his being used against him, like Frankie. Lost as an animal, like Brook. And prejudiced, like Jimbei. For his looks despite being a full blood. I mean, you cooked with each and every single one of those. Legit. Legit. If he parallels all the Straw Hats like that, takes pieces from each one, he's already a goated character, bro. But you're so right. Dang, that was a great comment, Brandon King. You cooked super hard on that. Said says Ida doesn't have the polite speech pattern in Japanese as Mosa/Shaggy. Ironically, Estrid does. Are you trying to say that like his mom is like secretly still alive? and is if that's the case, I would take back everything that I ever said about it. But she is confirmed to be dead, right? Or at least maybe dead. This has been an arc about lies so far, so maybe his mother never died. Maybe Estrid actually is Mosa. Hey, listen, man. Ida's Mosa, Estrid's Mosa, I'm Mosa, we're all Mosa. It's the Squidward thing, man. Yo, that would be. Personally, I want it to be Mosa. But if Oda breaks her ankles and is flipping Estrid, you know how peak that would be? Man. Like the person who tossed him out is the one who's still loving for him. That'd be beautiful. Yeah, like Ninja Pope says. But they said she died, so. That was a great comment, Brandon King, seriously. Yeah, Dada and Bellamere for sure. 100%. Yeah, the speech pattern is the only issue with the Ida theory, but we don't know the condition Ida is in right now. She's been through a traumatic event and could be in Marijoa at the moment. Yeah, true that. True that. A lot of things have changed. It's been 60-something years. I think this flashback will be 3 to 4 chapters. I mean, at the pace that it's going, you might be right. I'm still expecting it to be a little longer than that. But it's going at a really fast pace right now. I'll still give it a little longer because I feel like the King Herald King Harold's final day, the stuff that we got at the beginning of the flashback, that I think will be like its own chapter too. So that'll extend it by a bit. The love at first sight. Don't know what that means, but if people think he's straw-hat material, that's the best chance he's got. Let's flip and go. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Saeed. Like, it confirmed to have died 100%. And I'm not fighting against Oda. I'm not fighting against the manga. But all I am saying is that Elbaf has been filled with lies so far. Everything that we've been told about Loki is not true. You know, they told us. Well, it's like it's true to the common populace that became fact due to how many people believed it was true, but none of it was true. None of it was true. It's all agenda against my boy. We had the blood serpent being brought back as a line in this chapter from Little Garden, and I completely forgot about it until somebody just brought it up. Shout out to Zubra. But before I get to Super's comment, Akash Bennett says, break next week, but we'll have an SBS information for volume 112. Let me know if there's anything interesting in the SBS. We'll definitely talk about it. What if the Elbaf devil fruit is the world serpent devil fruit, and Loki ate that fruit and he will be the one to destroy the Red Line? So you're thinking that that's going to be Loki's role in this story, is going to be to destroy the Red Line, and that he has that would be a legendary fruit, no lie. That would be an extremely legendary. It can't get any more legendary than that. You know what I'm saying? That's like up there with like Nika's fruit, for like we're talking super origins of the series. Everything we heard about Loki was Estrid propaganda. Legit everything. Everything that we've heard. Loki's design is so... Oh, Braz boy, what's good, bro? Loki's design is so ill done, storm rage coded, he's going to willingly become a demon to try to get the strength to defend his people. And we saw that, right, Braz boy? Like, right before the flashback ended, or I'm sorry, the flashback started, we saw that he was getting his resolve together to talk, or to go out and motivate the Giants, as he was doing with Hadruddin, to go out and defend their place, their country, the individuals on Elbaf, because that is what they should do. They shouldn't leave it up to the Strides to do something that they can do themselves. Yeah, no, I did notice that, Alex, but I was like, is that the Wano Seas? I wasn't entirely sure. So it was the Wano Seas. Let's flip and go. Coach, who's your home crew on Treasure Cruise? Oh, let me pull that up for while I read this comment here. Look at the page that starts with 70-ish years ago. Look at the big bear. Is that the same mysterious bear with Gabon from 1132? Also, Panda Man is sitting next to it. All right, let me see. Let me see, Winston, if my Treasure Cruise loads. Oh my God, bro! The thing opened on the Loki panel. My heart. I see Panda Man. Now the big bear. Huh. Let me go back to chapter 1132. Oh, yeah, the bear! Then we were all like, who in the flying flagnards is that? They might be. It very well might be. God, what an awesome chapter 1132 was. The flipping bear, yo. I forgot about the bear. Honestly, Quag 2, that's a cook. Very well could be. 70 years later. JD Kurtz comes in with a 2 and says, clock running out on that useless kid comeback. Hey man, this is One Piece we're talking about. The clock can't ever run out on anything. You know, we always have extra time. He'll come back in Fergie time. He'll come back in Fergie time. You know what I'm saying? Or he's just going to come back in the final war. One of the two. It's going to be one of the two. Clock running out of these. Oh, man. I appreciate you, JD Kurtz. But that man is definitely making a comeback. Who knows when it's going to happen? But it's definitely going to happen. Instant Message Sama comes in with a 10 and says, Vayu the Wind God was the father of Hanuman, the monkey god. Yeah, I do remember. I think we talked about this before. It might have been before the Gear 5 stuff. Who ate the sun, and Bajrang is just one of his many names. It's so interesting how many things call back to it, like the Bajrang gun, the Hanuman stuff. It's fascinating. Thank you, Mr. Sama. It's a relative of the hiking bear from Drum Island. If that's the case, Saeed, we need to bring back the gag with the bear, where they all bowed before the bear, and the bear bows. The bear bowing always killed me in that arc. That was one of my favorite gags in Drum Island. But Quag 2, I definitely see where you're coming from. Like, it is so incredibly interesting. I mean, I completely forgot about it until you just brought it up. It's like, well, what is that bear's deal? Yeah, you're right, Blazers. It's all agenda. It's all agenda. We can't trust if Loki ate a fruit. What do you think that bear's name is? I said, it's Smokey. And it sent me a while to download the update. But my team from from what I remembered, because I was just running like a fun team of like characters that I just recently got. On the home screen, it was the Gear 5 Luffy that I was talking about last stream. The one that like it passes through all the gears and transforms. The Rocks Pirate Crew, the new unit. The upgraded 65 Pudding and Sanji unit. The Christmas one, I think it was Christmas one. Whichever one was the one that just got a 65 cost version of it. And then I had a 65 cost version of another unit. It was another one that was... I think it was the Vivi Rebecca one. That was another one that I just got. That I just leveled up to 65 cost. And then the last one... I think I had Nami and Usopp there. No, I was running a Zoro and Sanji unit, I think, too. I think I was running Zoro and Sanji. The wings unit. I think that's... I believe that was my home screen, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. Also, I wonder if it's related to the bear that died at the end of the chapter. Could there be some kind of spirit bear shenanigans going on? Imagine. I mean... I can no longer be surprised by what this arc is going for. Especially in regards to that stuff. I can't be surprised anymore. A spirit bear is interesting. Hey, the bear is Louis Arno. Let's drink to that. Drink some water to that, man. The bear very well could be flipping Louis Arno himself. But on a serious note, it is extremely interesting. The bear, that final line from chapter 1132 is still super fascinating to me. What did you say, Brandon King? Coach, did you hear that Treasure Cruise is getting both the Red Weather Queen Nami and the Yamato and Tama from the Summer Women color spread? Did they already show what the units look like? Let me see. Dude, I failed to get the Nami wielding the Triple Swords unit. I wanted that unit so bad. Let me see. But I ended up getting the flipping Luffy Gear 5 one, so I was fine with that. Okay. Oh, the Nami unit looks super cool. Where's the Yamato one? Oh man, the Yamato and Tama one is super cute as well. Yeah, those look cool too. If I had gems to spare, I'd probably go for it too. But I don't think I have any gems to spare. And if I did, I'd probably go for Prime Roger. If I did, I'm not gonna lie, Brandon King. I'd probably still go for that Roger Pirate squad. Because, man, even though I got the Rocks one, and that's the one I wanted the most, I really wanted the Roger one too. It's Roger with the straw hat. Oh, it's the Ulti Boa and Perona from the swimsuit thing as well? In there? From the color spread? Man, fascinating stuff, y'all. We're going to keep in mind that bear thing on a serious note. Quag 2. Because you're absolutely right. It has become a reoccurring thing. So it may have much more prominence than I originally anticipated. And in an arc that's been so consistent with everything it's done so far, there has to be a purpose for it. I believe Loki was Domi reversied in the womb, says African Surf. Domi reversied in the womb is interesting. Is that something? I was going to say, is something like that even possible? I'm not going to question Emu. Not the same Emu that is sitting eating French fries in a McDonald's. I'm not going to put it past that Emu. Not the one who's sitting in bed next to his empty throne. Not the Emu sitting in a car seat. I'm not putting it past that Emu to do any of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. But Domi reversing in the womb is interesting. Hadruddin's name is pronounced Hayruddin. So no J. Most of the Bafian names with the letter J in them are pronounced like a Y because they're Scandinavian in origin. Miosgard as well. Okay, so it's Hayruddin. Hayududin. I need to remember that. Hayududin. But yeah, yo. Man, we've been going for 3 hours. It doesn't even feel that long. Gosh, man, what a chapter. What a chapter. Guinea is also pronounced Ginny. I keep forgetting. Yo. It's because I see the G and I want to say G. Like, I want to say Gin. But it's Ginny. I'll see if I can remember that. Now, especially now that we're in the anime. Ginny. I definitely need to remember that. Estrid was going to have a C-section, so Imu Domi reversing Loki to do Estrid a favor. She was like, hey, or Imu was like, yo, we'll make the process as seamless as possible. Domi reverse seed and allowed the baby to be able to release to come into this world naturally. Loki's gonna be top 5 after this arc. Missed 100%. Definitely a possibility for me. It's definitely a possibility for me. He's got everything going for him. Everything that I love in a character, he's got going for him right now. So after this flashback, very well could be the case. I got you, Subra. It's the Gintama effect. That's the correct pronunciation for Gin. Yeah, it might. That might be that might be what keeps messing me up. Is every time I see Gin, I want to say, like you said, Gintama. I want to say Guinea. But Ginny makes more sense. Especially because that's what they say in the anime. So it works. It works. But yeah, y'all. Next week, so there's no chapter next week, and I'm gonna catch back up to the anime. So looking forward to that. Which I only have one episode I'm behind on. So looking forward to do a double for the anime adaptation of chapters 1099 and 1100. So excited for the flipping 1100 adaptation, man. That's gonna be great. So excited for that, and obviously 1099 as well. But 1100 was such a great chapter. So looking forward for the anime for that. As well as for those of you who are interested in the Xenoblade stuff, we're going to continue doing that here for the next couple of for as long as we're going to keep that going. And then I am going to do that top 10 of the year thing coming in here soon that Subra recommended earlier. And then once again, thanks for hitting the stream goal. We will most certainly be doing the top 10 favorite novels at some point here in the future after all the Xenoblade craziness has halted a bit. And the top 30 strongest One Piece characters, King Recon edition. That's also going to be a lot of fun. That were both stream goals voted for y'all. And so I appreciate everyone for stopping by here today. This was an awesome stream, man. Awesome stream. We had a blast. We had Conqueror's clashes. We had crazy moments. We had me versus Emu. We had Oda shouting out your boy. And we saw Emu eating French fries at a McDonald's. I mean, an insane stream. But also very sad with the Loki stuff. I mean, truly an extremely tragic chapter that showed both sides of what happened in King Herald's life, that turned his life around and made him look at things in a different way. While also seeing what would end up happening to Loki and what kick-started a life filled with so much sadness and, like someone pointed out, so much loneliness. And it was just a great chapter that captured so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing the continuation to it in the next part of Loki's journey, man. What a character. What a character. Absolutely, yo. Yeah, no, it was same Book of Eli. When I looked at the thing, I was like, there's no way that was 3 hours. It really didn't feel like 3 hours. Oh, I appreciate your time, Moya. Thank you so much. Says I came from your Twitter Xenoblade 2 post to subbed. Also love One Piece. And hey, that's Xenoblade and One Piece. Like somebody said earlier, that pipeline, it's brilliant. it works so well. But I truly appreciate you, Ty Moya. Thank you so much. Shout out Xenoblade. I'm waiting to see what pushed Herald to the limits of pulling his horns off. Yeah, Quag 2. That's going to be great. That's going to be great. I think it had to do with something bad happening to Ida. Yeah, and with that initial conversation, Quag 2, right? With Ida and Harold, that sort of shifted this mindset of his, of he was sort of the representation of why the world looked at Elbaf warriors as being savages, and then he wanted to change that, right? And so perhaps he felt that visually he needed to rip the horns off in order to signal that change, that he was going to change, whether the other individuals in Elbaf wanted it, didn't want it or not. Like, he was going to do it. So it's going to be a visual thing that's going to accompany something very, very, very big, and it very well could be like you said, something happening to Ida. I could very well seen that too. Much love, y'all. Left Jab says, "What's up, brother Herald? Loving your Switch 2. Personally, I'm having a blast. Seriously, playing so many peak games. Can't wait for more games to get announced. Dude, I'm loving my Switch 2. That has been my Xenoblade machine for the past couple of weeks. I am loving my time with it. And obviously before that, we were playing Mario Kart and Wind Waker and man, what else was I play? Street Fighter 6. Having a blast with those, but Xenoblade's been my machine right there, man. Shout out to the Switch 2. Great stuff. But yeah, y'all have a good one. Watch out for Instant Master Sama. Those plushies are going crazy. If he invites you to get some French fries, like I said, take it easy. You never know what's going to happen on the other side. But y'all have a good one. Take care. And I will see y'all hopefully soon for some, like I said, for some top 10s of the year. Another update on the Xenoblade greatness. And of course, what the One Piece episodes and all of that, man. And what a great arc it's been so far. That Loki stuff really broke my heart, man. Like, that one was so sad, dude. So sad.